invasions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous he bites and bites.
Searching for the witch Ciri quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, Kira Metz. Sorcerers told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri had seemed to taken shelter in his hideout. The Witcher set off to find it, with Kira in tow. Ciri had never reached the elven mage, yet the wild hunt had. The ghostly retinue was one step ahead of Geralt.
That was me adjusting the volume, Suika. Is there anybody here?
The crones of Crookback Bog.
You white one, look like you got soused last night too.
So how you doing, Suika? How's shit going in Argentina? You know, while we're talking about it, like, which country's government do you think is gonna collapse first? It's kind of a, you know, you could have like a country Deadpool. You know, is it gonna be Argentina or Venezuela? Well, you know, maybe it's better to like collapse is kind of questionable. So, which president will get kicked out of office first? What is champed? Okay, can you hear me now, Suika? Can you hear me now? Dun 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 dun.
Called what he is, 'cause he's a beastly madman. Gurgles demon blood every morn.
How can I help you?
Okay, so I was gonna say, you could have a Deadpool based on like governments, whether it was like which government is gonna collapse first, Argentina or Venezuela. But actually, like, because collapse is kind of I don't know, it might be like a judgment call. What kind of catastrophic event characterizes a collapse? So maybe a better question would be like, which president gets kicked out of office first? Will it be, well, I don't know, is Venezuela, is he technically the president? I'm not even sure. You know, which president gets kicked out of office first? The president of Venezuela, the president of Argentina, or the president of the United States? What time of year are the elections in 2019, Suika? Because if they were in late 2019, like, I think you could argue about whether or not the president of the United States might be out before the president of Argentina. You know, like, for me, it's a close call. I think there's a significant possibility that the president of the United States gets impeached / resigns before you have elections. Like, I think that is a possibility. Maybe it's not a very good possibility. Like, might be 50-50, maybe a little less. But I don't think it's less than like 1 in 3. You know, like, there's a lot of shit going on. Like, I don't think the Republicans are going to keep Congress. If they lose the House and the Senate, then, like, oh my god, it could get ugly, like, really, really fast. One thing I'm sure of is it's going to get worse before it gets better. Yeah, but Maduro's government is also like, I mean, like Maduro's government is like at risk of like complete and total collapse, right? Like I wouldn't be like, you know, when I say that like the president leaves office, like, you know, unwillingly leaves office is a possibility, right? Like Venezuela's situation is so bad that, like, I think there's a I mean, isn't there a legitimate possibility that they're going to have a coup? Like, if he slips up just for a second, like, someone's going to take it from him, right? I mean, like, that's the way it seems to me. Where the fuck is the marsh? I can't remember where the bitches are. Oh, okay. I guess I'm not going to the bitches. I'm going to talk to this guy. The Peller. What the hell is a Peller? Like, is that a real word? It must. Is that a word that The Witcher made up? Like, is the Peller a real word? I'm actually not sure. No to what? Like, you don't think there's going to be a military coup in Venezuela? Like, you think that is completely beyond the realm of possibility? To be honest, I don't really keep up much with South America, so I mean, like, it's possible that I'm completely wrong. So only losing his position, power, possibly life. If the state oil company, the state oil company has already gone to shit, Suika. Like, there's some ridiculous number in terms of, like, their production capacity has actually, like, been cut by just a I believe that the amount that they've, in terms of like the number of barrels that of production that has gone down, like as a percentage, is like completely unprecedented, like internationally. Like, guys,
What do you want?
Want to talk to the Peller?
Too late. We've got dibs on a chat with him. A long one.
what do you want from the Peller?
What do you want from him?
To give him what he deserves.
Why?
That is.
He done conjured Auguries. Said something evil had made its nest in Edric's bowels. Told Edric to eat rowan berries. Lots of them.
Ever since Edric's lived in the outhouse. And he's got hardened pustules all over him.
Let's just kill them all. You leave and I'll heal Edric.
Just so happens I need the Peller alive. So if you agree to leave him alone, for good, I'm willing to tell you how to help Edric.
Who the hell do you think you are?
A Witcher.
A witcher? Hear that, boys? Either Velen's got a bumper crop of witches, or this is the bastard who cut down our boys at the crossroads. Damn it!
Gotta wonder about a man who could get Edric's friends all worked up.
Let me, I mean, What's the name of Venezuela's oil company? They are really on the verge of collapse, is my understanding, Suika. Like I'm not actually exaggerating, like by that much. Like they're in deep shit. Here's the thing, right? It's like if you rely on foreigners to run your oil company and you stop paying them, your oil company stops running. Yeah, I mean, he hired a general who has no experience in the oil industry to run PDVSA. They're running at 34%, around 30% of capacity, roughly, and they owe a lot of money to a bunch of oil majors. I remember that part, and they're not paying them. Their shit is going to break down. Like their equipment is going to break down. My understanding is that they're not paying their crews either. Like, just the crews are not actually like Americans or Europeans. Like they're not paying their native Venezuelan people who are out in the oil fields. And I mean, yeah, it's blue collar work, but some of those guys do have to know what they're doing. And if you stop paying all of them, you won't be able to run things. Like you seem very blasé about it, but I think there is a distinct possibility that the oil company will just like pretty much get so close to, I mean, like maybe they don't completely stop operating, like zero, but I don't think you need to get to zero before someone says, hey, fuck this shit, I want to be in charge here. Like, I can do better than this. I don't think production, that's what I'm saying, I don't think production has to reach zero. But like if it bleeds down from like, 30% down to like 20%, 10%, like eventually someone is going to get pissed, and there's going to be a lot of money that could potentially be made there if you knew what you're doing.
Hey, anybody home? Open up, it's safe now.
Devils. Who do they bring? What seek ye?
I need your help.
Ooh, a man, nay, a wolf. Grey, though not old. 'Tis he the Peller awaits.
That's interesting, Suika, that you're so absolutist about it. Americans would be jumping off buildings with an overnight 50% devaluation of your currency. I don't know about that, but what I do know is that there's someone who would try to make a lot of money off of it. And I think that's where I'm disagreeing with you. Like, as the oil company gets shittier and shittier, I just think there's more and more potential for someone to make a killing. And if they gotta kill someone to make a killing, I don't, as the stakes get higher, I just see, to me it just seems more and more likely.
Recognize this? Made of spruce wood, strong smell of juniper, designed to protect someone.
Freshly cut spruce sprinkled with goat's blood, then tempered with an incense of earth, smoke and juniper. For Anna, to protect her.
You would not be collapsing if your currency lost half its purchasing power overnight. In California? I don't think so. Most of, you know, we grow most of our own food, right? I mean, yeah, it'll make it hard to buy a car. Or an iPhone. But I don't need to buy an iPhone, like, this minute, you know? Or, like, even next week, right?
You make the amulet?
Aye, sure 'twas the Pella. After the way of his forefathers, over still water in the light of a full moon. Proper as amulets go. It protected well. Should never have taken it off.
So, designed to protect her. From what?
Oh, the besieged she was, evil all around, wanting to possess her. Old magic, born of oblivion, from dark sources emerged.
Old magic? Can you be more specific?
'Tis not for mouth speech, nor for the touch. A small protective charm, not a thing more a Pella could do.
Anna and her daughter are missing. Know where they are?
Nay. Pella don't know. But the spirits could know. The Pella will augur, the spirits ask.
Spirits. Great. Fine with me. Long as I know where to look, where to find them.
Lost. Must be found. Princess! None better than...
You know, to be fair, if there was an overnight devaluation by 50% of the United States dollar, I think the world would be in deep shit, you know, not just the US. Because there's too many assets that are pegged to the dollar.
Those men must have
Too many currencies in other parts of the world that are also pegged to the dollar. So it's not really like a fair comparison, Suika.
Impossible. No goat. Won't work.
Will you help me if I bring the goat back?
Princess! Where have you got to, girl?
Fine. I'll get your goat.
I'll get your goat.
The bell's ringing. She loves it. Ring, ring, and she will follow. But for a while. But beware of wild strawberries. Raspberries, too.
Yeah, treacherous as beasts go. I always keep an eye out for them.
Where's the fucking... Those are hoof prints, right? I remember this quest is really annoying. Like hilarious, but annoying. Shit, where did the tracks go? Fuck, I just lost them.
This way, I think.
Where's the wolf? Ow, shit. Why am I trying to punch a wolf to death? Ow, motherfucker! You still here, Suika? Suika went quiet all of a sudden. Let me check, make sure my stream is not dead. No, my stream is not dead. Maybe I should go into, like, chat. No, he's not here either. Maybe he's gone. Where's the fucking goat? I can hear him.
Ugly bastard.
Oh, that's it. That's it, isn't it?
Another clue. Good. There you are. Come on, let's go see the Beller. This way, Your Grace. Should have guessed as much. What's a witcher compared to a patch of wild strawberries? Come on, damn it. Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow? Where the hell'd you go?
You motherfucker! Oh, fuck. Ow.
Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow? You're no roach, but I bet we can be friends in time. You've got that all-important quality every roach has to have. You don't talk much.
Nowhere in sight, princess. Flee not from the Pellar, for there are wolves about. Goat of mine, dearest, sweetest goat.
Can we talk about Anna and Tamara now? Know where they might be?
Blood. We need blood. A living being.
Fine. Be right back. Will this do?
There is God. Blood. I see blood. Whose? No Anna. No Tamara. Just a child. A child that lives not, yet did not die.
It's over? Is that it?
That is it.
Spirits had nothing more to say? Like where they went or where they are now?
You came for an augury, and augur I did. They're gone, the child remains.
Mentioned a child. Whose?
Why, Anna's.
Anna was pregnant?
She was, and she miscarried.
Baron didn't mention it.
Afraid, perhaps, or ashamed, or forgetful. Or perhaps he had no wish to remember.
Anna tell you all this? Did she come here after it happened?
Nay, not Anna. 'Twas the omens told me.
Great, so I can be sure it's true.
The omens need not your faith to be true. It is you who needs the omens to lead you to truth.
The Baron have anything to do with his wife's miscarriage?
Foul-tempered he is, and he's a fondness for hooch.
No doubt makes his temper even fouler. Did he abuse his family? Anna came to you, you must have noticed something.
The Pella's old, near blind, but Princess came and licked her hand.
So what?
She's a wise beast. Only comes to those who suffer.
What happened to the child?
In a grave thrown, without rite or ceremony, it awoke. Now it wanders, it seeks vengeance.
A botchling.
White wolf, wise wolf, catch the botchling. The botchling will help, lead the wolf to the loved ones.
Botchlings suck the blood of pregnant women and eat their fetuses. They don't help.
'Tis a being cursed, and witches lift curses. If the white wolf can't lift it, he should bring me its blood. Blood will always find kindred blood.
Heard of one witcher who lifted a botchling's curse. Never tried it myself, though. I know you need to bury it under the threshold.
And give it a name. Perform the Aim Roin.
The ritual of naming? That's an elven custom.
Human, elven, dwarven, ancient. Spirits have no race. They honor not its meaning. Win a spirit's favor, and the spirit shall aid you. Ask, and it will answer. Seek, and it will show you the way.
Why do you want its blood?
Blood, blood, blood. It binds men for all ages, the living and the dead.
Sure, but what do you want to do with it?
At times, a century is too short for two brothers to reconcile. One dies before things are set right. The other then brings his blood to the Pella.
And what does the Peller do?
He awaits Forefather's Eve. He mixes the blood with milk, herbs, and hen's feet. He drinks to reconcile the dead with the living. There shall be no Forefather's Eve this year, but we'll find a way, all the same.
I hear you right. You mentioned Forefather's Eve? Pretty old custom. Thought it had died out.
Death lurks in every bog and puddle round here. Folk know they could die, their earthly matters unresolved. Then they require help, or they'll not know peace. Forefather's Eve must be performed. Light the tallow candles to lead them through the dark. Call them by name, appease their regrets. Only then may they depart in peace.
Whatever I do, I gotta find the botchling first.
Seek it at midnight, near the grave that lies empty.
If what you say is true, the Baron ought to know where that grave is.
White wise wolf. What is it the wolf needs?
Could use a few potion. So long.
Yeah?
Craft special order weapons too.
Do politicians murder high...
I'll take a... So long.
Oh, you're back? Well, I probably ought to get going soon. Maybe I'll play a game of Gwent before we go. Excitement never stops on this stream.
For a few rounds of Gwent.
Wow, this is actually a really bad hand. Fuck. Like, it's not a little bad. This is like super, super bad. Oh, man. Impenetrable fog. Okay. Okay. No, that card's useless. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, Marco. You still here, Suika?